Hello everyone, my name is Cheryl and welcome back to Meta Tarot Readings. I hope you are all having a wonderful Sunday. It's an absolutely stellar day out here in Toronto. It's still kind of early in the morning, maybe mid-morning-ish, wherever you are. But coming into this morning's energy was definitely different. It felt lighter, it felt more easeful. I'm feeling that a lot of the collective shed some skins maybe over the weekend, maybe reclaimed a part of themselves or stepped into a part of their truth. But I'm welcoming you all to this channel, to these messages, thanking you on behalf of Spirit and myself for the awesome likes, shares, the subscribes, the comments surrounding the messages have been absolutely mind-blowing. And believe me, you know, I'm thankful as the conduit that is just relaying these messages, and Spirit is happy that you are receiving these messages and continuing to receive these messages, right, in the light and the love with which they're being shared. So all of that lovely stuff now said, we're going to get into an energy check-in for today. I'm going to start today's reading with the African Goddess Rising Oracle deck to see what information our beautiful sisters might have to offer us today. Beautiful goddesses, what information do you have to offer the general collective today? Ooh, and one flipped up. Interesting. At the bottom of the deck, we have Sacred Lust. Number 2 and 6 equaling 8. Again, for those of you that are into numerology. So, number 26 is the goddess Katesh, the goddess of sacred lust, who originates from Egypt. Her temple is the lovers, and her element is fire. Katesh, the mistress of the gods, is the Egyptian goddess of sacred sexuality, ecstasy, and fertility. Her two men, yes, are the fertility god Min and Montu, the god of war. Her guidance is, you are an erotic creature. You have a divine right to experience sensual ecstasy. It is sacred to give and to receive pleasure. Wow. The next card that asks to be shown is card number 16, 1 and 6, which is 7. And this card is represented by Asaiya, the goddess of joy from Ashanti, Ghana. She is from the Temple of Warriors, and her element is bush. Goddess Asaiya rules life and death as the joyful crone, celebrated as Mama Earth. Her energy is loving, fertile, and nurturing, and her name is invoked at major life transitions. Her guidance is, your happiness matters, joy is sacred, your laughter waters the earth. Interesting. She's followed by the goddess Mamjambo, self-sabotage. Numbers 24, 2 and 4 is 6. Interesting with the numbers today as well. But again, for those of you who study numerology, you'll know what it means, particularly if it adds up to your personal number. I feel it's important to say that, again, for whomever in the collective that resonates with. She represents the shadow of self-sabotage, and she is from the Zulu tribe of Africa. Her temple is shadows. Her element is bush. She stands for shadow monster. Manlambo is the brain-sucking, snake-like, water-dwelling Zulu goddess of rivers. Her guidance is, you are holding yourself apart from your blessings. What ancient pain are you trying to stuff down, numb, ignore, or avoid? What does your self-sabotage help you to avoid? And the last card Number 21. Again, 2 and 1 is 3. There's something with the numbers today. But 2 and 1 is 3. This is the goddess Sukuyant. She represents the shadow of scarcity. She is from Trinidad. Her temple is shadows. Her element is air. Beauty by day and hag by night. The Sukuyant is an energy vampire, also known throughout the diaspora as Olehig and Buhag. Whether energy or blood, for vampires, there can never be enough to go around. Her shadow guidance is, you have so much more than you realize to offer. You have access to unlimited joy, love, good times, pleasures, and prosperity. Be grateful for your wishes. It's funny because it actually says be grateful for your riches, but I said wishes. Some of you are wishing for more. Some of you are in a scarcity mode, and some of you are denying yourself the simple pleasures of life. This is what is being expressed to me. The goddesses want you. Look at this. I was about to say access your truth, and right underneath is the African goddess of truth, Notandi. I have to read that. Notandi, number 3 and 4. 34. There's no joking here this morning, I guess, right? Well, it's the cards, there never is. But she is the goddess of truth from Benin. She's from the temple of Griots, and her element is water. Nundi, the bold, outspoken wife of Benin Iwa, Legba, was feeling neglected by her husband. Even with several wives, his head easily turned. So Nundi lived her truth, took her own lover, and became her own best friend. Her guidance is, get real. What is your truth? Truth-telling matters. Being able to hear the truth matters just as much. Okay, General Collective, I'm understanding what the message of the goddesses is. And I'm leaving the card of sacred lust on the table because it's not sacred lust as in maybe the westernized way that we might be viewing it or hearing it. Sacred lust is owning your sexuality. I'm really feeling this energy strongly. Truly owning who you are. It doesn't mean becoming promiscuous. It doesn't mean going out and sleeping with and being with random individuals. Please understand that, collective. What the goddesses are trying to say to you right now is that you are discounting an important part of yourself. You are not honoring the part of yourself that is the sacred lust. That is the things that you know that you are deserving of. This might mean that maybe you are approaching your sexuality in ways that have not been healthy for you. This sounds like a very specific message for a very specific portion of the general collective, because the very first goddess, Asaiya, the goddess of joy, is asking you, I'm feeling the energy from this card, to remember the joy, the energy of joy when you engage in the intimacy of yourself. Getting to know yourself in a sacred and intimate way and taking joy in that. I think that's really shown with the second card, self-sabotage, because some of you have been self-sabotaging your opportunities to grow and to transform. And maybe it's through fear. Maybe it's through, I'm hearing fear of change, fear of transformation. Because when you look at the self-sabotage card, look at what she's a snake, right? She is emerging from the body of the snake, from the mouth of a snake. She is transformation. She is shedding her skin. Thank you, Spirit. It's not that she's a thing. I got corrected by the goddesses. She's not emerging from the snake. She's shedding her skin. General Collective, some of you are scared to shed your skin. And because you're scared to shed your skin, thank you, goddesses, to let go of your past, to let go of what has been holding you back, you're caught in a cycle of self-sabotage and also a cycle of scarcity. Because when you're afraid to let go of the past, right? When you're afraid to release what no longer serves you, you enter into a poverty energy, a scarcity energy. You become trapped in a cycle, trapped in a loop that becomes difficult to escape. Which is why the goddess Nundi is here to say you have to acknowledge your truth. What is your truth, General Collective? And I feel like I'm just talking to everyone, not divine masculine, distorted masculine, divine feminine, distorted feminine. All those labels are labels, right? Because at the end of the day, it's really about the truth of who we are. Are we authentic beings or not? Are we looking at ourselves and acknowledging our sacred lust? The things that we have been denying ourselves, but I'm hearing these are the things that will also allow us to transform. These aren't things that are shadow. These aren't things that are of the dark. These are things that are of the light. What becomes shadow are the things that you do in the dark, right? Are the energies that you try to distort, whether it's through manipulation of another person, even self-manipulation, right? Using your sexuality maybe to cause harm as opposed to cause good, and not even for the person or persons, I'm hearing, that you might be engaging in, but just for yourself. Because you're trapped in that cycle of self-sabotage, right? You're afraid to shed those skins because maybe you're afraid to be naked and to stand in the truth of who you are. Or maybe this is the person that you're dealing with. Maybe they're caught in a cycle of scarcity, a cycle of self-sabotage, where they're afraid to shed the skin, to step into the truth of who they are. Because once you do, there is joy ahead of you. There is abundance ahead of you. But you've got to lose the fear and to take the first step into addressing who are you? What is limiting you? What is stopping you from embracing that piece of you, that central, important, shadow light piece of you, right? Because however you flex with this card, it's going to tell you who you are. It's going to tell you who you are. So that you're able to make the right choices, to step into your truth, to break out of that cycle of self-sabotage that some of you, General Collective, feel that you've fallen into. But again, the goddesses in spirit are saying, look, it's not too late, right? It's not too late to reclaim your power, to not be afraid to shed the skins that have been, I'm hearing, choking some of you, holding you back from reclaiming your sensuality, from viewing your lust not as something to be feared, demonized, not as something to be done in the dark, but to be able to bring that sacred lust, that passion, that fire, because it's your passion, right? And I'm talking about this in a positive sense, a positive vibration, where you're able to express yourself freely, to be who you are, so you can stand in your truth. So the goddesses this morning are very much talking about being authentic, standing in your truth so you can embrace who you are, so you can shine. Wow. Mama de Jumbo. So you can shine. Number 32. 3 and 2 is 5. Again, something with the numbers today for those of you that resonate. But if you want to shine into this new energy that I woke up feeling this morning, and I know that a lot of you, General Collective, woke up feeling this energy, the goddess is saying, it's time. Shed those skins, those limiting self-beliefs that have been holding you back so you can step into your truth and become who you are supposed to be, divinely supposed to be. To release these toxic traits, right? Of scarcity, right? Of self-sabotage, so that you can find your joy. Okay, so let's bring the tarot to this. I mean, I really feel that the messages from the goddesses have been beautifully clear. But we'll bring the Tarot Mucha to see if Spirit has any more information to add to the wisdom of the goddesses. Spirit, whoa, right away, 2 cards fell out. We have the Magician and we have the 8 of Swords. I can tell you right away, someone is feeling trapped, General Collective, by a magician, by someone who they feel is manipulating them, manipulating their energy, manipulating their I fully understand now why the goddesses said what they said. For some of you, you've been caught in a self-sabotaging situation with someone who has been manipulating you. Maybe you're the magician, right? Maybe you are deliberately manipulating someone else, or at least trying to manifest things to go your way, because either you or the person that you're dealing with feels trapped. Either you have someone trapped emotionally, caught in their head, deliberately, or someone is doing this to you, okay? Or someone is doing this to you today, which is again why the goddesses are saying this is happening to you. Thank you, goddesses. This manipulation has been happening to you because you have been caught in a cycle of self-sabotage and in a cycle of scarcity, and it's time to drop it, right, General Collective? That's what they're saying. It's time to drop this. Or maybe whomever this magician or whatever this magician's situation or energy is, because some of you absolutely have your truth and some of you need to step into your truth, right? Please clarify the 8 of Swords. Yeah. Some of you are trying to leave a toxic situation, a toxic relationship, a toxic environment with the Devil energy card here. I'm saying Devil energy because, yeah, that's how I got it. Devil energy. Some of you are in Devil energy. And when I say again Devil energy, that's a toxic relationship or situation, right? So it could involve alcohol, drugs, it could involve money, or just simply terrible, not a person who's very distorted. How about that? In their views, in their opinions, because again, someone is trying to exert control or confusion. I'm hearing, right, with this 8 of Swords, either over you or someone that you're dealing with, and they're doing it deliberately. They're doing it deliberately. Like, God forbid, it feels like someone, again, because this came up in a couple of readings, someone might be messing around with things that are outside of us, for lack of a better term, because I won't give energy on this channel to bullshit like that. I will say that right away. If you're going to play around in this energy, just recognize that there is always a price to be paid. I don't need to explain that to you. You should know that. So if you're watching this and you're resonating with this and you've been fooling around in places and areas that you shouldn't, this eventually will be your energy and there will be no escaping it for you. Do you understand me? If you are doing this deliberately to someone, if this is being done to you, if you know or feel that you are being manipulated by someone else, okay, being played with, right, in again, unnatural ways, you're right. I'm confirming that for you, okay? Which is why it's important that you step into your truth, you step into the light, and you reclaim your energy and your power back. You remove the power that you have been feeding the energy vampire that you have been attached to, or whom has attached themselves to you. However, again, this resonates. Some of you, General Collective, are living with, dealing with some type of energy vampire. Someone who is trying to drain your energy, your time, your money, your love, whatever it is. So this could be a toxic, you might not even be with this person. It could be a toxic ex, a toxic friend, ex-work partner, family member, colleague, again, however it resonates. But I feel that some of you are dealing with a toxic ex-partner, someone you were involved in that has you trapped, completely trapped mentally. And again, the cards are saying, Spirit's saying very clearly, they are doing things deliberately to keep you in that 8 of Swords place. It's a power play. It's a power play. This is why, again, General Collective, you got to shed those skins, right? You're not going to achieve your joy until you do. So if some of you are walking away from this person, or have walked away from this person, or people, again, whatever the situation is, Spirit is saying, don't look back. Because this energy, whomever you're dealing with, General Collective, or again, it could be you, they are an energy vampire. They're keeping you stuck deliberately, okay, deliberately. This is right, they're working it so that you stay stuck in a cycle of scarcity alongside with them. They say that misery loves company, right? That's what I'm getting with this. This is why the truth, your truth, is important. This is why today you need to stand in the new energy. You need to stand in the new power. You need to reclaim yourself, right? To escape this energy so that you can shine and be who you are truly, truly meant to be. What more advice do you have to offer myself and the General Collective? Look at your options, General Collective. If today, if anything, maybe even take a disconnect from YouTube for a while. Disconnect from the world today. Go outside, walk around in the sunshine, walk barefoot, let the breeze blow through your hair. Take some time for you to look truly and honestly at your options, because they are there. Please remember, if you're resonating with this, you've been stuck in a cycle of self-sabotage and scarcity. So in that energy, anything that you would be thinking about or hoping for is going to come with that frequency, is going to come with that vibration. Spirit is encouraging you to use the new energies today with the truth that you have gained, surrounding a situation, surrounding a person, surrounding a family group, again, whatever it is, to look at your options with a sense of light, a sense of hope, because you're going to make it about you, not about anyone else and what they want. You're going to stand in your own truth today, to look at your own options, to decide what your future needs to be, what your future holds for you. Your sacred lust is your passion. Some of you lost your passion. What do you need to do to regain your sacred lust, to regain your passion, so that you're able to shine into the energy that you're supposed to be? General Collective, today, the goddesses in spirit are saying, you have options. You just need to take yourself out of the mess, the cycle, whatever situation it is that you feel that you're trapped in, to begin to shed those skins, to lose the self-sabotage, to lose the energy of scarcity, to lose the psychic vampire or vampires that have been attached to you for so long, and to look at your options with a renewed, I'm hearing a renewed sense of hope and of light, to bring you deeper and further into your truth, General Collective. Today, this is about you. It's not about anyone else. It's not about anyone else. And that's why I knew at the beginning, this isn't divine masculine, feminine, karmic, this is just us, truth, the nuts and freaking bolts of it, man. We got to be able to stand in our truth of who we are. Otherwise, we are always and forever and a day going to be stuck in this cycle of self-sabotage and scarcity. And we are divine, and we absolutely deserve more than that. We deserve more than that. We came here for more than that, no matter what you believe, yeah? We came here for more than that. Never think that your life, your time is worth any less than what was destined for you. And we have been conditioned, socialized, To make choices that are not our own, and Spirit saying, the goddesses are saying, if ever there is a time to reclaim our power and who we are, particularly when it comes to matter of the heart, our self-development, our authenticity, this is the time to make the change. This is the time to make things happen. While I'm feeling so much passion and so much energy right now from Spirit, because they're rooting for us, yeah? They're rooting for us. They're rooting for me too. I'm not special just because I'm sitting here in front of this camera. Don't ever get that twisted. I'm a conduit, remember? I have to move through life just as the rest of you do. So please understand, there is nothing that I have suggested that I haven't done or would do, because otherwise I wouldn't tell you to do it. This is a journey that we're all on together, and it's a journey that is so important for our well-being and for our continued evolution into something that is better and something that is right and something that is light. And it needs to begin now, right? It needs to begin now by acknowledging your truth and by not being afraid to stand in it. Do you have any more messages for myself and the collective? Yeah, just take that time out, collective. Take that time out to do you. 3 of Staves at the bottom of the deck, because there are good things coming. There really, really are good things coming. Clear your mind. Take some space today. Shut everything off. Go, walk outside. Be with nature, be with Spirit, be with God, be with the goddess, be with divine, be with yourself. Be with yourself in a place of love, truth, light, and peace. Rediscover what your passion is, right? Rediscover what your passion is. And prepare to shine. You have options. Don't be afraid to exercise them, yeah? Don't be afraid to exercise them. I'm sending you all the love and light today. Oh my gosh, so much goodwill and blessings to you all. Continued thanks again for the likes, the shares, the subscribes. You guys are awesome. I appreciate you. Sending you all the love and light in the world. Namaste.